Thank you for tuning in and checking out another episode of Unlucky, a memoir. My name is Kat. Everyone has a story. This one just happens to be mine. Welcome back. It's been a week. So I was thinking about my faith a lot this week and how solid it's become. And this came up on Sunday at church. We were honoring first responders. So we had some police vehicles, fire trucks, ambulance, and I found out on my way to church that they were going to be parking where we normally park our bikes at. So a friend of mine recommended we just park across the street on the street and just park up there so we're not in the way. So I get there and I back into the curb and leave my bike there for the rest of the day because I'm there all day. So later on, I had some people make comments that if that was my bike, I'd be paranoid. I'd be worried that, something's going to happen. And I brought this up in one of the earliest videos. Like, the best thing that ever happened to me was losing everything and realizing that didn't matter. All the physical things that I had in this world, and again, didn't lose them, gave them away. The things that were stripped during my addiction, and realizing how little value they really held to me and to the direction my life was eventually going to go. And this bike here, don't get me wrong, I love this bike. It means the world to me. It brings me joy, peace. It does a lot for me. But I had to tell them, and it sounds hokey, it's whatever you want to say, but this is exactly how I feel about it. I let them know, like, it's in a legit parking spot. Yes, it's on the street near the intersection where cars tend to whip around and whatnot, but it's parked legally. It's in a spot where a car would normally be parked. And I had to tell them, God made this bike available to me. It made me the steward of this bike at this point in time. And if he decides in whatever way that I'm no longer going to be the steward of this bike, meaning somebody crashes into it or whatnot, then so be it. And that's what's meant to be. Not leaving it in the middle of an intersection and expecting nothing to happen because it was a gift from God, but doing all the things on my end. And I've decided with the things that I have, especially like this, the e-bike that I have, like the couple things that I have that mean a lot to me, I can't be precious with them to the point where I'm scared to leave it anywhere, to put it anywhere for fear of what may or may not happen to it. That's exactly why I lean away from that with physical things, right? Because we can become so attached to physical things that can make and break us. But I can't become so attached to this bike or whatever it is, because they all can go away at any point in time. I was talking in facilitation today about how I start my day with gratitude of the basic things. Just waking up being one of them. Waking up indoor plumbing. All the things that can be taken for granted until they're gone. And I'm still here. I didn't have basic necessities. I tell people my story and where I was living, and they look at me like it was inhumane, because it probably was inhumane, but it became normal to me. And I didn't have any of that stuff, and I still survived. Like, these are just the things. These can be taken, stolen, destroyed. But the one thing that can't be taken from me, can't be destroyed, only I can surrender it, only I can give it away, and that is my faith. And my faith has brought me to this point in my recovery journey, in my life. And my faith tells me, like, God didn't bring me all this way just to abandon me now. Carried me through some really, really tough times when I couldn't carry myself. And I know it was for a greater purpose, and that purpose is what I'm doing, helping people to the best of my ability, sharing my story so that it may encourage others. And that's a part of being of service. Whether it be recovery or faith, we are called to be of service. And that is one of the most filling things that I can do for my cup, is to be of service to others. So I know God's plan wasn't for me to have a nice shiny motorcycle. It wasn't for all the outside things. That has nothing to do with the plan. The plan is in here, who I'm becoming on a daily basis, what I'm doing with the life that I've been given through grace. Because I joke about this all the time, let's say half joking. I shouldn't be here. Statistically, statistics say anybody who's done and lived the life that I live shouldn't still be here. So the gratitude that I have that I am still here, and then I am blessed with nice things, but they're still just things. And I'd miss it if it was gone. I'd mourn it if it was gone. But it's not going to make or break me. None of the physical things of this world are going to make or break me. None of it's mine anyway, regardless if I'm restored or not. I was given a life through grace, and all this is just, it's extra. It's bonus. And again, to clarify, it's not saying I don't appreciate, I don't enjoy. It brings another level to my life, but it's not necessary. So I just felt like touching on that before next week's video, which next week's video I will have turned 50. And jokingly, the halfway point is, 50%. But that's being a little gracious again. Like, I never thought I'd still be here now. Everything in life's a bonus at this point. But it is a milestone, and I will celebrate that milestone. And I'm also planning on the next video after this one is kind of recapping my story, starting from square one. And hopefully I've learned some things in the past year and change of making these videos. And hopefully I can improve on some of the things that I wanted in earlier videos. But in the very beginning, I didn't have a mic. I didn't have good lighting, nor did I have a great camera. But I made do because it felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, along with the other things that I'm doing for my recovery and for my faith. But something told me this was important to get my story out. And that's the only reason I continue doing it. And there's weeks that I doubt whether I'm going to put another video up because it may only get a handful of viewers. And I'm like, well, why am I even doing this? And I got to remember, it's not my plan. I'm just trying to follow it. So again, I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you who do watch these videos every week. Please do me the favor of like, share, and subscribe to my videos. My goal here isn't ever to make money off these videos. That was never really the idea behind this. It was spreading my journey. So maybe it can influence a person who's struggling's journey, to let them know that there is something on the other side. And it's hard to believe that. I know, I was there. When you're surrounded by crap, it's easy to lose sight and forget the land exists. And you start believing this is all that's ever going to be. Because I was there. But let me tell you, through empirical evidence, there is so much on the other side of it. Like me, maybe just get out of your own way. I was the one thing that was holding me back. So again, truly grateful for each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, share, all the fun stuff that feeds the algorithm that might get this out to some more viewers. And next time you see me, be a little bit older, probably not a whole lot wiser, but I'm going to keep making these videos and hopefully they just keep getting a little bit better. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.